Hey kids, I'm in the kitchen again and I'm going to be making a yellow squash casserole. Now, the first time I had this was at a church fellowship and it was made by an older lady by the name of Miss Edith, and again later shared with me by a lady by the name of Miss Laura. And I liked it so much I asked for the recipe, so I'm going to show you what we're going to do to prepare this yellow squash casserole. Alrighty, so what I got out is I got a 9x13. I'm going to spray that down with a little bit of cooking spray, and I have some yellow squash here that I'm going to clean and take the seeds out of the inside, and some onion over here, and we're going to put it in the oven for a little while, about probably half an hour or so. Let it sweat on about 400 and get it pre-cooked about halfway, and that's what we're going to do now. Alrighty, so I got everything in the 9x13. I'm going to put them in the oven. It's at 400. And we're going to let them pre-cook a little bit until they're about half done. I'm going to check in about 25 minutes. Alrighty, so I left them in the oven for 25 minutes. That was not quite long enough, so I put them in about for another 10. Ooh, my face is red. I've been outside. Okay, so been out in the garden. So I've checked them. They're nice and tender, about half or so done. And there's some fluid in the bottom, so I'm going to get me a metal strainer and put it in a sink, drain it off, and then dump everything wherever I'm supposed to go to next with it, which I'll find out in just a minute. Hang on, here we go. Okay, kids, I'm back. So let me show you what I got here for step 2. I'm going to flip the camera around, so stand by. Okay, so over here in this one bowl, I have a cup, just a hair over, of some good shredded cheese, half a sleeve of unsalted saltine crackers. I guess you would call them unsaltine crackers, and a half a sleeve of Ritz. We're going to crush those both up and mix it in with the cheddar cheese, or the cheese mix. And over here I've got 2 eggs and some milk. We're going to be putting some of that milk and the eggs together here and whisking it all together, seasoning it with salt and pepper, and then go on to the next step. So back in just a minute. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the crackers all crumbled up. I just did them in a sleeve, squished them all up and stuck them in there. Added my cheese, mixed it all up. I left about a half of it out because we're going to put that on top. Here is my milk and my eggs and my salt and pepper that I whipped up pretty good. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add the squash and onions into this, mix it all up, add our egg mixture, top it all off, throw it in a casserole, top it all off, shove it in the oven for about a half an hour and should be done. Be back in a minute to show you where we are. Okay, so we're back. I took the 9x13 and I sprayed it back down again with a little bit more of a cooking spray just to keep things from sticking. The squash and the crackers and the cheese and the egg mixture has all been stirred and incorporated, and there's my reserve. So now I'm going to just dump all this stuff into the casserole pan and get it ready for the oven. Okay, everything's ready and to go into the oven. That's what she looks like. We're going to stick it in there on 400 for about 25 minutes or so, half an hour, and I'll come back and check on it. It should be bubbly and delicious. Okay, well there you got it. It just came out of the oven and it's bubbling. I can hear it, and it looks really, really pretty. I think the next time if I would do it, I would spray the top a little bit with some kind of cooking spray just to brown the cracker crumbs a little bit better. But it looks good. I'm going to let it cool down and then we'll have it for dinner. Hope you enjoy. God bless.